Hello friends and my dear students. So today we are going to discuss about this indexing of crystallographic plane, which is there in the unit 1 of your material science and engineering syllabus of third semester mechanical engineering. So basically what we are going to discuss, we are just going to discuss the nomenclature of crystallographic plane first, and after that I will try to cover the crystallographic directions with the help of Miller indices, which is called as HKL. Okay. Miller indices are defined as rationalized reciprocals of fractional intercept taken along the three crystallographic directions and written inside a parenthesis. Okay, that is half a round bracket. So what are the things which you have to derive here? First thing is fractional intercept taken along the three crystallographic direction, means you have to calculate or figure out the fractional intercept in x, y and z directions. Okay, I will take the example, then you will understand in a better way. So fractional intercept, if you have find out, then after that you have to move to the reciprocals, means you have to take the reciprocal of those all fractional intercept in x, y and z direction. Then try to rationalize it so that you will get a better Miller indices. Okay, so that should be written in a parenthesis, which is a half a round bracket. So that will give you the Miller indices, and without a separating comma between them, means there should not be any kind of comma in between them. Okay, let's take one cube now and select one plane, which is plane ABCD. Just try to figure it out here. This is a front plane A, B, C and D. Okay, and these are your x, y and z direction. Y is passing from the center of this, D is passing from, X is passing from D. Okay, and E is passing also from the center of this plane. Okay, so means this ABCD plane, only one plane is lies between the or passing from one corner of this plane, which is your X. Okay, so only one intercept is there, that is on the plane X. So I have written intercept on the X direction is 1, and remaining Y and Z are infinity and infinity. Now you have find out the fractional intercept in X, Y, Z direction, then do the reciprocal, means I have done the reciprocal, that is 1 by 1, 1 by infinity, 1 by infinity. Then rationalized it. 1 by 1 will give you the value 1, 1 by infinity will give you the value as 0, 1 by infinity will give you the value of 0. Now write down the Miller indices in the form of this parenthesis, which is a half around bracket, or you can say curved bracket. That curved bracket will give you 1, 0, 0. This 1, 0, 0 will be the Miller indices for the plane ABCD. Okay, so as I have calculated the Miller indices for plane ABCD, similarly you can calculate the Miller indices for various planes. I will take one other, which is your plane DGE, which is a triangular plane or triangle DGNE, in which plane corner D is passing from axis X, corner G is passing from axis Y, corner E is passing from axis Z. Okay, X by Z. Okay, all the corners are passing from one axis. So let's see what will be the Miller indices for D, G and E plane. Plane DGE. Okay, so here you will get equilateral triangle plane. Y will be 1, Z, X will be 1, Y will be 1, Z will be 1. You have to take the reciprocal, that will 1 by 1, 1 by 1 and 1 by 1. Now rationalized it, it will again give you 1, 1, 1 and indices will be 1, 1, 1. Okay, so the Miller indices for this particular triangular plane DGE or EDG, that will be 1, 1, 1. Okay, so you can write down the Miller indices in the bracket form. Similarly, you can calculate other Miller indices. Okay, now there is a rule for mutually perpendicular planes having Miller indices as H1, K1, L1 and H2, K2, L2. Following rule must be valid, means if two perpendicular planes are there, then H1, H2 plus K1, K2 plus L1, L2 will be equals to 0. Means if ABCD and BFGC are perpendicular plane, then these will be valid, means these are the Miller indices for ABCD plane and this is the Miller indices for 0, 1, 0, which is for BFGC, and these two are perpendicular. Then if you will multiply respectively x1 to x1, means h1 h2, then k1 k2 and then L1 and L2, you will get the summation of these three product will be equals to 0 as per your rule. Okay. Now there is a plane of containing origin. Okay. For if a plane is containing origin, then you have to shift that origin. Otherwise redundancy, so that redundancy should be removed with the help of shifting the origin. Let's see where is this plane. EFGH. Okay. This is EF, then GH. Okay. So origin is going to be lie here. So we have to shift this origin O to O dash from here to here. Then only you can calculate the Miller indices. Now, as you have shifted the origin from one place to other, means you have shifted from this place to backward in the backward direction. So I have taken this as a negative -1 in the direction of X. Okay. So this will be -1 intercept, and other are not lying on the plane Y and Z. So this will be infinity and infinity. And if you will take the reciprocal, then it will become as 1 divided by -1, 1 by infinity, 1 by infinity. So the rational will be 1 bar. You have to, whenever it is of minus sign, you can write it as a 1 bar, and the y will be equals to 0. This rational for this particular intercept will be 0, and similarly for that it is 0. So indices will be 1 bar 0 0 for plane EFGH. Okay. So if a plane is containing this, then you can go like this. And if parallel planes will have same Miller indices, except that arithmetic sign of non-zero indices will be opposite. Means if plane ABCD and plane EFGH are parallel planes, but only the change is there in the sign. Means here it is 1, which is a positive indices, which is 1. Here it is 1 bar, which is a negative term. Okay, or negative indices you can say. Okay, so this is the Miller indices, and these two planes are parallel planes. Let's see in the picture. This ABCD is your front plane, and EFGH, that is a backward plane, if you will recall it. Just draw this diagram and find out all the Miller indices in this whole cube. Okay, all the planes, means all the crystallographic planes, you have to find out calculate the Miller indices for all crystallographic planes. This is your exercise for today. So thank you so much for your patience listening. Do subscribe our Engineering College Banswara YouTube channel for more such content on different branches of engineering like mechanical, civil, electrical and computer science. Thank you so much.